Hey guys, it is Mamba. This is my first guide for Destiny 2022. For new light players, people who are wanting to get into playing Destiny. I am a huge fan of Destiny. It is one of the games that I'm building my channel around, and numerous other ones, but it is my main one. I wanted to put this video out for you guys so you could see from a small YouTuber's perspective, not someone who's a big YouTuber's perspective, how I feel about the game and how the game, works. So let's get into this. This first video I'm going to be putting up is character customization and the new light content. I did not buy any of the DLCs. That's all on my main account. This is going to be just the free-to-play version. So let's get into this right now. First off, you have Titan. Titan is like a tank. If you ever play any other game that it revolves around like massive MMORPGs, you're going to have a tank class, a dedicated tank class. This one's not as much of a dedicated tank class, but it is still a tank class because they are aggressive and very big defense, especially for the Void subclass. Next, you got Hunter. Hunters, agile, they move quick, get around the battlefield as fast as possible, and they have amazing subclasses and amazing damage output. Then you have Warlocks. Quintessential Space Wizard. Seriously, quintessential Space Wizard. What you guys are Warlock. Each one of these, they do different things, but they are one of the most powerful subclasses you can have in the game. They have good mobility. They have good grenades, a bunch of other stuff. So what we're going to start with is I'm going to do Titan. You're gonna go in and you're gonna have customization to go through. I know I haven't made a character since D1, so it's been a minute. We're gonna do a masculine. Let's do an exo. So there's three types you can have. You have human, awoken, and exo. Human, human. That's fine. Awoken is like an offshoot of humanity. They left Earth, hundreds upon hundreds of years ago at the edge of the galaxy, and they kind of got transformed by like radiation, solar radiation, a bunch of other stuff. There's more lore behind it. We'll get into it. And then you have exos. Exos are human consciousness has been downloaded into a robot's body, so they're like an android. They're extremely cool. My favorite class for customization, definitely. I just love the whole idea of transferring your consciousness into a robot body, and then on top of that, you're immortal in all essence. So we got face, got cool things going on here. This one, he looks like he's blind, but cool stuff like that. They give you features to make it more human-esque, right? So yeah, all these different things. We're just gonna make a character here. You guys can speed this up if you want. If you don't want to see me making the character, but if you do, stick around. We're gonna try and do some cool stuff. It's been a minute since I've done all this, so I really haven't made a guy in a while. We'll just go with the easy stuff. Well, that's cool. Got a little like a forehead mohawks kind of thing going on there. He's got part of his head's missing on that one. Devil's horns, front face shield, spiky head boy. Let's go with the cable network. Cable network's pretty good. And we got markings. That's full across the forehead. 37, half face in the star, straight across. Number 7 down the line. We'll make this for the head feature. We'll make it gray. We'll make them red. And then for the features, we'll do orange. Looks good. Burnt orange, not black. What about white? Oh, we already saw white, right? So let us go with the. I don't know how much difference there. We'll go with that. Okay. So we're gonna finish this up. So now what's gonna happen is you are gonna load into the game, and it is going to give you, I believe, like this entrance and scenario of like what's going on, who you are, and where we're going from here. So let's take a look. I will leave it up so you guys can see it, and I hope you enjoy it. I mean, it's totally okay if you guys want to skip past this part and you just want to get into the action and the gameplay. For me, this is very, it's my favorite. I don't know why. There's something about this game that it really calls to me. I really love it, so.
We called it the Traveler, and its arrival changed us forever. Great cities were built on Mars and Venus. Mercury became a garden world. Human lifespan tripled. It was a time of miracles. We stared out at the galaxy and knew that it was our destiny to walk in the light of other stars. But the Traveler had an enemy, a darkness which had hunted it for eons across the black gulfs of space. Centuries after our golden age began, this darkness found us. And that was the end of everything. But it was also a beginning.
Guardian? Eyes up, Guardian. It worked. You're alive. You don't know how long I've been looking for you. I'm a ghost. Actually, now I'm your ghost. And you? Well, you've been dead a long time. So you're going to see a lot of things you won't understand. This is fallen territory. We aren't safe here. I have to get you to the city. Hold still. Don't worry, I'm still with you. We need to move, fast.
I don't know about you guys, but for some reason that opener for this game gives me the chills every time. I love it so much.
This place is an old cosmodrome.
All right, so where you've started now is in the cosmodrome. It is old Russia. I'm playing as a Titan right now, but what happens is your ghost finds you. Your ghost can bring you back to life. It protects you, a bunch of other stuff. It heals you, all these things. Right now we are in fallen territory is one of the enemies we face. They are from a distant planet. They are hunting us because they want they want the light for themselves, which is what we have, which is the light. And the light is what gets us to revive and have our powers. Yep, I died. It's been a minute since I've done this. Alright. You are going to pick up your first weapon. It's a Kovstov 7G02. I have a broken sight, but it's an awesome weapon. It's an old AR platform, AR-AK platform. Really cool. So you're going to have the enemies. Alright, here's Fallen right here. Boom. Alright, first kill. You guys will always aim for the head. Always get crit shots. Do a lot of damage. Oh. I don't know about you guys, but how I set up my keybinds is my keybinds are set up for a Razer mouse that has three keybinds that I can have on it for middle button 3 and 4, and then my mouse wheel, so I can slide and aim and do melee and stuff like that. So.
Speaking of pirates, there's a loot cache. Let's take what's inside.
All right, so now you're going to see the interface. The interface is going to give you where you can put all your weapons, your heavy weapons, your ghosts, your main, so it's going to go primary, special, and then heavy. This is all your armor. It'll tell you your stats, your mobility, resilience, recovery, discipline, intellect, and strength. So you definitely want to take a look at that when you first play the game. You also have an inventory that shows you where all your consumables are at, what you'll gather over time, like materials, engrams, wrapped items, and then all this stuff we'll get into later, okay? So let's just get back to the game. I use the mouse wheel to switch my weapons. Definitely a good thing to keep in mind. Reload would be nice if I did that. My DPI is... Ooh, my DPI is really high. There we go. So right there, I just put down a shield because I'm a Void Titan, and I can have a shield up front and ready to go, as well as a throwable shield, which you'll see in the left-hand corner near my grenade. All right, so now I have a super. Boom. So with your super, you can throw a shield as well. It will help clear out enemies. You got about 10 seconds or so to use your super. So keep that in mind. Alright, so right there, bottom of your left HUD displays cooldowns, your grenades, and abilities. Dismiss that. So as a Guardian, you gain access to the untapped potential of the light. So the thing is, once you start this game, once you get out of this area, you immediately go right into the game world. But here you go. We can see this. This is the Void subclass. It is called Sentinel. You get a Towering Barricade and a Rally Barricade. Rally Barricade helps with your reload and your stability and range when you're behind it. And this Towering Barricade is basically just a massive shield that you put up. You can see through it to see where enemies are at, but you can't shoot through it. There's a couple things you can help with that later on. You're going to have 3 different types of jumps. High lift, which is you get more airborne lift once you go to greater heights. A strafe lift gives you more directional control, so left and right if you're on mouse and keyboard, or left and right on your joystick. And then catapult lift is a massive initial burst. Shield throw, like I showed, hurl your void shield towards an enemy target. It can ricochet like 1 or 2 times, and it grants overshield for each target it hits. Overshield is like the shields from Halo that will give you shield over time, but unfortunately it's not permanent like Halo. And then there is a shield bash that you get later on when we go to the tower, which I'll explain more. Of you can sprint for a short time and shield bash, and it'll just disintegrate enemies in front of you. And there's a lot of grenades we'll get into, but the first one you get is magnetic grenade. There is aspects that you can get, and we'll go over the whole Void 3.0 build later. So for now, let's get to where we need to go. Reload the shotgun.
No shit. I've detected a friendly signal nearby. You may be able to help.
Hey, this is Shah Han. My Vanguard operation is compromised. I'm separated from my strike team.
They're from the last city. So, where are we? Can help.
Cass, Maeve, if you're hearing this,
this right now is not a public event, but it is something that happens fairly randomly inside the cosmodrome. Big enemies will pop down. They give you a chance to give you a loot box. And if I don't die because I'm so low light level, did I get anything from that? No, I just got Glimmer. So the main currency in this game is also called Glimmer. Glimmer, there's a cap for it, is 250,000 Glimmer. But the thing is, you do end up using a lot of it fairly quickly. So keep that in mind. You want to do management. Always keep in mind where your Glimmer is, how much materials you have, and when we get into the farther areas of the game, we'll go through all that. I mean, the whole point of this video is going to be, I'm going to guess around 10 parts or so, but I'll talk about that later.
Oh, thank the light. I didn't think we had other Guardians on patrol here. Listen, my fire team's missing. I need backup, and... Oh, you're fresh out of the grave, aren't you?
We heard your distress call. We're here to help.
Brave. I like it. Tall order for your first day, though. Doesn't help that I rushed the perimeter scans, and now... I need to locate my team before there's nothing left to find. Sit tight. I'll get you to the city soon enough.
I've made it this far. Let me help.
I get it. Nobody likes to be sidelined.
Guardians are stronger together. Isn't that right?
You sound like Commander Zavala. All right then. Load up. This is gonna get dicey. But do what I say, and we'll get through it.
We won't let you down.
Little does he know it's not the first time playing this game, so. Little running joke there. So as I was saying, you get... Oh man, I forgot what I was trying to say. We'll get to it eventually. Oh, what I was going to do for parts. This is going to be at least 10 parts, I would say, because there is a lot that goes into everything now. So we're going to get through the first mission. I'm going to end the video. and we'll go from there. So,
There's a weapon in that locker. Probably an upgrade for you. Grab
with a
it
heavy
and head to
weapon?
my location.
No. Okay, so now I got a new kinetic weapon, a Ballyhoo MK57. It is a 140 RPM hand cannon. Hand cannons are a huge thing in this game, as well as assault rifles, scout rifles, and other things from there. Your big thing you want to notice while you're playing the game and want to look for, which gets to higher end content, is your power level. You start off at 1350 as a new light. That's base level. And you gain power and light level through your helmet, or not helmet, sorry, through your armor and everything in between. So make sure you keep an eye on that. Every time you get a new weapon, if it's better than the one you got, pick it up. And then when you get to the high end gaming, the end game, you can start being a bit more selective on your weapons and armor and stuff like that, and really, you know, tailoring it to what you need. So let's go.
I'll scan for signals from my jump ship. I need you to be my eyes on the ground.
Yeah, if I can jump. All right. Slide.
Something's causing interference. My scanner's shot. Might be doing this the old-fashioned way.
Analyzing. I've got a source for the interference.
So if you press tab, it opens up your ghost, shows you what you're tracking and what seasonal challenges are being put, tracked quests, and then bounties. So if you have a lot of bounties, it'll be right there in the beginning, and you'll be able to see it, check on it while you're doing like dungeons and stuff like that, and strikes and raids.
Get the falling off that thing.
Ooh, I need to change up my sensitivity here. Yeah, my sensitivity is a little high, even for me. Alright, hold on. Let me change that up. Sorry about
Get me
this,
closer
guys.
to that antenna.
Yeah, that's really high. Much better. Much better. Okay. The big thing that happens in a lot of this in Destiny is a lot of bounties, strikes, doing certain things continuously, like daily. So if you ever play World of Warcraft, you have your initial quests, and then when you get to certain levels and certain areas, you have bounties that you do each day, or dailies that you do each day, and you do those each time. So we're going to put down our barricade. Good thing to note, if you ever in a strike and you see one of those ships flying through, you can shoot the guys right as they're dropping down. They don't have an invulnerable. You can literally throw a grenade up there and kill them. Most weapons in the game and most enemies are one shot, give or take your damage output. These lower enemies like Thrall and Shanks and stuff are gonna be one shot every time. But when you get to higher levels, you have yellow bar enemies that are hard to kill, like captains and things like that. So any type of like game that you ever played before is gonna have, you know, that higher end, those enemies you gotta hit.
It's got real bad. I'll track Cass. You find Maeve. Sending coordinates now.
And also a note, later, I don't know when it's been. I haven't played the New Light experience. This is my first time as well. You get a sparrow which helps you move around. So just like in like World of Warcraft is a good example, because this is technically an MMORPG. Is you get mounts. You get multiple different mounts and stuff like that. They kind of look like this. They're not as beefy, but you can. It's the same thing. They're a lot faster than this. This is like uber slow, but this is a fallen sparrow technically. So
Looks like the Fallen want to keep us out.
Or keep something in. There's worse than dregs in old Russia.
Let's check out the control unit. This is locked down with adaptive encryption. We'll need access keys to bypass it. The Fallen salvagers might have some.
It's a good idea to keep this thing on hand for this part of the mission. Just because you don't want to be running around everywhere. You kind of want to get to certain things fast because you want to get to the good stuff. You don't want to get to the, sit here and run around everywhere. Kind of boring. So you want to kill these guys. Put that there. There we go. And punch you. All right, that's one. I'll grab the pike again. All right, we're gonna take it. We're gonna back out. We're on to the next one. We're gonna get through this as fast as we can because you want to go play Strikes and you want to go play Crucible and a bunch of other stuff we're definitely gonna get into. Alright, so now I gotta kill all these guys, don't I? No, I need to kill you. There we go. Hey, come here. Give me this. That's one of the main things in this game as well. You're going to have events where you need to insert things, dunk things. Most of the time it's automatic. These are going to be definitely a reload. Alright, it's going to give me that. You can kind of just bypass these guys. If you want the experience, you can put them in there. You can kill them. But if you want to get to the better stuff, definitely just keep moving, Big thing about this game is mobility. You want to always get through stuff, so. Yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying this. I'm very new to YouTube when it comes to making longer content. Usually I just do small updates and stuff like that. If you do like it, please remember to like and subscribe and comment below, and I'll greatly appreciate it. And I can't wait to come out with the next parts of these videos. All right. Now we're going to be introduced to our next enemy, the Hive. Think of it like the Flood. It's kind of funny because Bungie did make Halo. So you will verse this enemy. They're called the Hive. They are they're basically enemies. Well, not enemies. They are basically forces of darkness. That's the biggest thing. Like the Fallen are not like part of the. And the thing is, they're dumb enough they're gonna run through this shield. This shield will hurt them, so you can just sit here and punch them. They run through the shield. So if you're playing Titan, good thing to know is if you want to put that shield down, all the Thrall are mindless. They don't really. They don't know what to do. They'll just bum rush you. So sit there with a shotgun, sit there with a hand cannon, and just punch away. So now we are in a restricted zone. Restricted zones are areas that we will fall if we die. We will not get revived by our ghost. We will restart the event again. So you gotta go through the whole thing one more time. So I have my super ready. So this yellow bar that's right here at the bottom left shows that my super is ready. Okay.
There may still be light left in her ghost. Shaw, I'm sorry. We were too late.
I was too. Cass, I couldn't get to him in time.
There was a Hive wizard, a powerful one. We tried.
This isn't on you. You did what you could.
We have the remains of her ghost.
She'd appreciate that. You should just head to camp before that wizard comes back.
Alright guys, that was the first mission. We are now going to be starting a Guardian Rises. That will be the next part of the video. I will be going through what happens with Guardian Rises, how we get our other subclasses, your first exotic, which may drop from a rando, or it may give you something different. So that is where we will be sitting. I hope you enjoyed the video. I might trim this down a little bit, I might not, and we'll see what happens. So if you do like the video and you watch all the way to the end, I greatly appreciate it. I'm hoping to grow good content or have good content, make a good community. So I will see you guys in the next video. I should be posting the next day or two with the next video. So thank you. Good night.